Solve each of the following systems using the substitution method. If there is a solution, check the answer. So notice we have the y variable in the second equation isolated. So I'll take the 2/3 x plus 2 and use it to replace y in the first equation. So I'll have 2x minus 3 times the quantity 2/3 x plus 2 is equal to 12. Applying the distributive property, that would give me 2x minus 3 times 2/3 x minus 3 times 2 is equal to 12. And so that would give me 2x minus 2x minus 6 is equal to 12. And notice that the variable terms go to 0, and so I'm left with 0 minus 6 is equal to 12, and so negative 6 is equal to 12. Negative 6 is equal to 12. So this is a false statement. Notice that the variables dropped out, right? The variables added to 0, and I was left with a false statement. When this happens, when you're solving a system of equations using substitution, and this happens, what we say is the system has no solution. Graphically, if we were to graph these two equations, we would see parallel lines. And we say that this is an example of an inconsistent system. Now we have negative 9x plus 2y equals 4. And 18x minus 4y equals negative 8. Alright, so I don't see any variable isolated. None of them look particularly easy to isolate, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate the y variable in the first equation and use that for substitution. So then that would give me, by adding 9x to both sides, I would have 2y is equal to 9x plus 4, and then I'll divide each term by 2, and that would give me then y is equal to 9/2 x plus 2. So now I have the y variable isolated, and I'll take that 9/2 x plus 2, and I will use it to replace the y in the other equation, yielding 18x minus 4 times the quantity 9/2 x plus 2 is equal to negative 8. Applying the distributive property, I have 18x minus 4 by 9/2 x minus 4 by 2 is equal to negative 8. 18x. Now let's see, we can reduce between the 4 and the 2 here, leaving a 2 and a 1. And so let's see, that would then give me minus 18x minus 8 is equal to negative 8. Notice here, the 18x minus 18x is 0. So again, the variables drop out. And so I end up with 0 minus 8 is negative 8, and 0 minus 8 is negative 8. So I have negative 8 equals negative 8. So the variables dropped out, and I'm left with a true statement. When this happens, the system has infinitely many solutions. And if we were to graph these two equations, they would be the same line. So these equations represent the same line. And this is an example of a consistent and dependent system.